And based upon the svarim that say that the months have a name derived, the month of Nisan derives from the word nes. First and foremost, it becomes incumbent upon all of us to give shevach v'hodaya on a nes that perhaps all of us take somewhat for granted, that a child, a healthy child is born, and therefore the immediate response of every person, especially the parents and our grandparents and our bechatanim, the asteroids in Eretz Yisrael, that we thank Hashem for the nes that we take so easily into account. And it becomes difficult to express on behalf of my wife and myself on the asteroids and Shalva Yehuda, the immeasurable joy and nachas and happiness that a child and a grandchild that is healthy, a child that a British mathematician says statistically it reaches infinity, that a child can even be born with all the cells being the way they are created. And a Jewish pediatrician told me that based upon statistics in the last 6 years, the girls outweigh the boys in births. And then the boys might belong to a Kohen, Bas Leviah. So you people are sharing in a glamorous situation which doesn't happen that often. A Pidyon Ben is something that the Suda has something special in it. And therefore we give Shevach V'Adoy first and foremost Makadosh Baruch Hu. So a Pidyon Ben is found in the Parshas of Bo. And we start off by stating that the Kiddush HaChodesh, which is also in Bo, seems to have some connectivity. And it's something that I didn't see in any svarim. It's something that I'm suggesting for the first time. A Chiddush, if you'd like, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave me walking here. I'd like to share it with you and extrapolate from that certain things that will have an impact upon the children, and hopefully Dvarim HaYotzim Min HaLev Nichnasim LaLev, it will have some hargation for each one of us in the future days of Nisan. We all know that there's something coming up called the Birchas HaChama. It is the solar system that the non-Jews have as their fulcrum, as their center point. We, based upon the halacha, go according to the lunar system, the Levana, the moon, for all the new Chadashim. What I'd like to suggest this afternoon is that the word Levana, split into different manipulations, spells as follows. Lamed Beis Nun Hey. Take the middle two letters, Ben, Le Hashem. Tonight we have a Levana in our very presence. It's a Ben that was dedicated to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The word Levana can also be split, that has the first two letters of the Lev, of the heart. The word Levana has as the last three letters, Bina and B'nai. The lunar system based upon the Levana is different in at least 4 or 5 different ways than that of the Chama. The Levana is a Mekabel. It has no light of itself. The Levana is something that receives the light from the sun in order to expose itself during the course of its revolution and rotations during the month. And thus, the Levana changes its phases. In the middle of the darkness, if we were to go in the streets of the desert or some other place, we would not have any ability to see where we're going. But the Levana sheds its light as opposed to the sun, which is monotonous, the same shape. Rabbi Samson Lefoil Hirsch says that the reason why we choose the Levana is when a person does Kiddush HaChodesh. It is the ability to see the phases through the month. As the month begins, you see phases until it gets empty, nothing. So too shall a Jew begin to see the phases of his life. Every day is an incremental step in becoming more religious with religiosity. I'm not speaking about just doing the mitzvahs mechanically. We're doing with instinct, with ergation, with yiras Hashem. Every day of our lives takes an incremental step. And thus, it becomes an imperative thing that we have the bina to understand the depth of what is happening in Kiddush HaChodesh. By the way, the words Kadesh HaChodesh and Pidyon Ben La'achad Lamed, B'gematria, Kadesh as HaChodesh is 492, and the difference that comes out numerically is a difference of 15 of Pidyon Ben La'achad Lamed. If you are a Pidyon Ben, you reach the Shemayim, you need Yud K in raising a child. Yud K is elevating a child which is human, which is materialistic, and making it more heavenly. The Svarim state that every verb of the Yud K Vav K that ends or has a Yud Hey in it is all materialistic. Achila has a Yud Hey. Shtia, drinking, has a Yud Hey. It is the Yud Hey that we have to uplift as that part of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's name of Yud K Vav K in order to make ourselves elevated. Vav Hey is Avoda, that has to do with Shemayim. Torah is the Vav Hey. Combining the Yud K and the Vav K is the way this child should be raised. Yud K means that the Achila and the Shtia should have a more important motivation than stop eating and drinking. And that's true for all of us. The Vav Hey, the Avodah, Tefillah, the ability to learn Torah is to be part of a godly person. This person was Mukbal Hashem just a few moments ago. It becomes now your possession to make and imbue the Yud K, Vav K into that person. It is the hope, the aspirations, the dreams of all of us for our own respective children, but particularly here this evening for a child that is only 31 days old, that every day that goes by, as Rabbi Shor once said very interestingly, that his mother, Aleh Shalom, never said to the children, go to sleep. She would always say, as a sight against Zog Kriya Shema. She would never say, eat my child, the way you sing the lullabies, what type of lullabies, what type of songs, what type of things the child, which have studies that they imbue, they see, they feel, they hear, even though we don't know that they're accepting things, they hear all these things. It becomes an achrayus that every type of happening in this world has an impact upon us one way or the other. It is the wish that everybody have a Chag Kosher v'Sameach. It is the wish that the Bias HaMashiach, B'mher Yameinu, that the Bias HaMikdash, that this child that was born from Tachas Kisi HaKovod is Mechalot the Kol HaNeshamas, that's one step further and bringing the Bias HaMashiach. It is our aspirations, it is our hopes, our desires, our heartfelt desires. Not just ad-libbing and speaking talk the talk as I hear from students, or walk the walk. Truly believe the Ani Ma'amins. That's what children should hear. That's what we should believe in ourselves. And hopefully, with all of us, together we'll greet the Bias HaMashiach B'mher Yameinu. Amen.